Try now.
Zechariah 3:1. And he showed me Joshua, a high priest, standing before the angel of Yahweh, and Satan standing at the right hand of to resist him.
Hold on real quick. Yeah, so everybody, a couple people we got online, they couldn't hear. So Salakia for that. The whole time wasn't no sound. I'm not gonna start over, but so actually I'm gonna let you read the verse you just read again, then you're gonna read that. So we're on Numbers chapter 8.
Stop.
And I'll read it real quick for you, but keep your spot for when I come back to you. So we read Numbers 8 and 7, and we're going over the spiritual, aspect of what this carnal ceremony represents in the cleansing of the Levites, who were taken among Israel to be the priests for Israel, and the cleansing that Moses is doing for them before they take their office. So it says, "Thus shalt thou do unto them to cleanse them, sprinkle water of purifying upon them, and let them shave all their flesh, let them wash their clothes, and so make themselves clean." So we went into the scripture showing the sprinkling of water, the true water that cleanses us. It's about actually cleansing your mind and your ways, and that's the wisdom of the Most High, and ceasing from the evil of your doings. That's how you become clean. Shaving your flesh, you're starting over with your hair. That's also symbolic of putting off the evils that you learned in Egypt, and putting Egypt off of you, and becoming the new man in Israel, as an Israelite and a priest. And then also let them wash their clothes. So we're going to Zechariah chapter 3, verse 1 to show the representation of your garments and cleansing them and changing your garments. So now, Brother Kalak, if you could, go ahead, Zechariah 3, verse 1 from the top.
Zechariah 3:1. And he showed me Joshua, the high priest, standing before the angel of Yahweh, and Satan standing at the right hand to resist him.
Go ahead.
And Yahweh said unto Satan, Yahweh rebuke thee, O Satan, even Yahweh that has chosen Jerusalem rebuke you. Is not this a brand plucked out of the fire?
And this is kind of similar to the situation in the wilderness, because the Most High has delivered us from Egypt, where Satan had us in captivity, physical captivity, and the captivity of the mind, and following all the ways of the Egyptians, right? And the Most High took us from Egypt. And Zechariah, in the vision that the angels given him, he's seeing Joshua, and the Satan wanting to keep Joshua in his filth. And he said, "Is not this a brand plucked out of the fire?" Most High is delivering Joshua from the filth of Satan and the evil of his doings, right? Verse 3.
Now Joshua was clothed with filthy garments and stood before the angel.
So he's been plucked out of the fire. He's been plucked out of his old ways, right? And he's standing before the angel. He's in filthy garments, right? Similar to the Levites in the wilderness in all Israel. We came out of Egypt, and came out in our filthy garments, right? Verse 4.
And he answered and spake unto all those that stood before him, saying, Take away the filthy garments from him. And unto him he said, Behold, I have caused thy iniquity to pass from thee.
So he said, take away the filthy garments, right? And he's caused the iniquity to pass from thee. Go ahead.
And I will clothe thee with a change of raiment.
Yeah, so the Most High, he's in his mercy. He's forgiven Joshua for his old ways, and he's cleansing him and taking off the filthy garments, and he's giving him the new garments. Go ahead.
And I said, let them set a fair mitre upon his head. So they set a fair mitre upon his head and clothed him with garments. And the angel of Yahweh stood by. And the angel of Yahweh protested unto Joshua, saying, Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, if thou wilt walk in my ways.
And this is the new garments, what they represent. Now, not walking in the ways of the world, the deceit that Satan has put you under, and you've been plucked out, and now you're becoming new. And the new garments are now you're learning the ways of the Most High, walking in the ways of the Most High. Go ahead.
And if thou wilt keep my charge, then thou shalt also judge my house, and shalt also keep my courts, and I will give thee places to walk among these that stand by.
And that's good. So we can drop that. So that's what the ceremony of the cleansing of the Levites represents is, not just the physical cleansing, not just some ritual. That's the carnal. The real is the spiritual, and that actual changing and cleansing your mind and your ways. So now we can go back. Verse 8.
Then let them take a young bullock with his meat offering, even fine flour mingled with oil, and another young bullock shalt thou take for a sin offering. And thou shalt bring the Levite before the tabernacle of the congregation, and thou shalt
gather
the whole assembly of the children of Israel together. And thou shalt bring the Levites before the Lord, and the children of Israel shall put their hands upon the Levites. And Aaron shall offer the Levites before the Lord for an offering of the children of Israel. That they may
execute
the service. The service of the Lord.
Why is it they offering for the children of Israel? Because the Lord said all the firstborn of the children of Israel, men and the cattle and the livestock, all the firstborn were to be given to the Lord. But instead of taking all the firstborn of all the tribes, he took the Levites in the place of all the firstborn of all the tribes. So instead, you having to give your firstborn child to the temple or to the priesthood, now it's all the Levites. They taking your place there, that offering of the children of Israel to do that service. Go ahead, verse 12. Verse 12.
Verse 12. And the Levites shall lay their hands upon the heads of the bullock, and thou shalt offer the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering unto the Lord, to make an atonement for the Levites. And thou shalt set the Levites before Aaron and before his sons, and offer them for an offering unto the Lord.
And they're offering to the Lord. Are they going to be sacrificed? No, they're not going to be sacrificed like an animal. They're not going to be slaughtered before the Lord. It's talking about a what? It's talking about a self-sacrifice. They're a sacrifice. They're sacrificing a life in the world or their own desires, and that's sacrifice to the Lord, right? Go ahead. The same sacrifice that we're called back to give of ourselves, right? Being a nation of kings and priests. That's what it was from the wilderness. That's what the Levites were. They were a spiritual sacrifice, right? Go ahead.
Thus shalt thou separate the Levites from among the children of Israel, and the Levites shall be mine.
Mm-hmm.
And after that shall the Levites go to do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt
Cleanse them.
Cleanse them and offer them for an offering.
And offer them for an offering. And I said earlier, and it makes me think of the scripture real quick. There's the spiritual, which is precedence over the physical, but that the physical cleansing, that was still important because you coming into the Most High's courts, he wants everything clean, and let me see. Let me find this scripture real quick. So you'll see that Most High, he didn't want anything unclean in his temple or the tabernacle. And it's in I was at 29. Second Chronicles 23:19. So you'll see even in the temple, watch this. Second Chronicles 23:19. And this is King Jehoiada, right? This is High Priest Jehoiada. He's setting the temple in order again, right? During King, what king is this? I think King Joash's time. Somebody read Second Chronicles 23, start at 16.
Second Chronicles 20:16.
Mm-hmm.
And Jehoiada made a covenant between him and between all the people and between the king, that they should be Yahweh's people. Then all the people went to the house of Baal and break it down and break his altars and his images in pieces. Then slew Matan, the priest of Baal, before the altars. Also Jehoiada appointed the offices of the house of Yahweh by the hand of the priests, the Levites, whom David had distributed in the house of Yahweh.
And real quick, what are we seeing here, right? This setting things in order again, because we as a nation that went off, right? So this then we have this righteous priest come around, right? And he's setting everything back in order, and he's doing what? Same way Moses was cleansing us from Egypt. He's coming back and he's cleansing us from what we had went off in the worshiping of Baal, right? And tearing down, he's tearing down this is a cleansing of the people. This is a spiritual cleansing of the people. Breaking down the altars of Baal, breaking his images in pieces, slaying the Matan, the priest of Baal, right before the altars. This is a spiritual cleansing the people, and cleansing also the priests. Go ahead, pick up where you was at. You was at 18. It was like in the middle, I believe.
Yes. Power by the hand of the priests, the Levites, whom David had distributed in the house of Yahweh, to offer the burnt offerings of power, as it is written in the law of Moses, with the rejoicing and with singing, as it was ordained by David.
Go ahead.
And he set the potters at the gate of the house of Yahweh, that none which was unclean in anything should enter in.
You see that the Most High, he doesn't want any uncleanness, because he's the Most High. How can you reverence the Most High by bringing in unclean things? Like, how do you have that reverence? And I talk about it sometimes that I went into a vegan spot, like at the riverfront, like a couple years back, and they got this little setup, looks like a little reading area with old tore up rocking chair, and just everything looks like old and used and like it was put together from somebody making a dumpster run, right? And I went over there to sit while I wait for the food, because I was about to just wait for the food. I'm thinking it's a waiting area, right? They said, you can't sit over there. I'm like, why not? It's our shrine to whatever God. I don't even remember, because I don't care. Like, once they said that, I'm like, well, yeah, I don't. I got up out of that spot. I'm like, I don't want to sit here anyway. But it's their so-called shrine, their dedication to the false god they serve and they believe in. And it looks like it was put together from garbage can scraps. Like, that's no way to reverence your God, especially the only true God, the Most High God. So he doesn't allow anything unclean to come in his temple, even though the temple was made for us, but he dwells in us, in Israel. And he had allowed us this place to put his name. And he expects us to keep that place in tip-top shape and clean from all the filth, physical or spiritual, right? And when you read that, it's the same thing with you coming back to the Most High, being a servant of the Most High. You have to really cleanse yourself from your old ways. And you have to really put those ways off. You can't kind of cleave to a little small bit of the old ways, like just, I kind of like the world a little bit. No, you got to cast that off. And if you don't, you actually see it in the community today. You see the people who get fall off, and and everybody knows about it. Like, it travels through the internet, social media, and you can go off in Florida, and Israelites in California find out about it, and everybody in this most Israelites know about it and know your face, and we've never met you. That's how serious it is. You will get put on blast just off of some folly you think nobody in your house is going to find out about, let alone a whole nation, a waking nation of Israelites find out about. And then you also become the butt of jokes with this different internet figure or that different camp. And you see it recently. It came out just the other day, just to go along with all the other stuff going on with peggings and prostituting the wives and everybody finding out about that. Information is spread across social media. Brothers dealing with bestiality, all types of filth, and that comes from not really putting off all the old ways. You keep that little bit of filth in your mind, and you kind of give into your fleshly desires, your sin, right? You keep that with you, and you got a phone, and you think everything you got on here nobody's gonna find out about, and then before you know it, the whole world knows about your sin and the trials and tribulations of being brought into the legal system. Everybody knows about it. That comes from not cleansing your ways, and that's the Most High is Him casting you back out into the world and putting you on blast, because He said no unclean thing should enter in. And we know that we don't have a physical temple. We are the temple. So that's how serious it is. And that's what we see in the wilderness with Moses. We just read verse 15. And you can pick it back up. You can pick it back up, verse 16, sir. But yeah, Josiah, okay. Verse 16. So, that's what's going on. We read it, and there's the carnal, there's a physical, actual happening in the physical world, but it's also the spirit. And that's the main thing that you have to get a hold of, is having your spirit right. Yeah.
So, you have a scripture too.
Okay. What you got?
1 Corinthians 6 and 15.
Let me pull it up.
Number 16.
So hold where you're at. Yeah, but I'm letting you know, hold where you're at. Don't lose it. 1 Corinthians 6 and 15. Okay.
Know you not that your bodies are members of Christ,
right? Right.
Shall I then take the members of Yahushua and make them the members of a harlot? Yahweh forbid.
God forbid. And that's the same equivalent of bringing unclean things into the physical temple. So now that we've always been the temple of the Most High, we just might not have knew it, but being the temple and in Yahushua, in his church, right? How can we, being members of Him, make basically through us being members with a harlot, make Him members of the harlot? Go ahead.
Know you not that he which is joined to an harlot is one body? For two saith he shall be one flesh. But he that is joined unto Yahweh is one spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Flee fornication. Every sin that a man doeth is without the body.
And the fleeing fornication, that's the cleansing of that sins without the body, right? You're cleansing yourself by fleeing the sin, fleeing the fornication. Go ahead.
But he that committed fornication sinneth against his own body. What know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is you, which is in you, which ye have God, and ye are not your own? For ye are bought with a price. Therefore glorify Yahweh in your body and in your spirit, which are Yahweh, which is Yahweh's.
Hold on real quick. I just turned up my tablet. I could hear you, but the brother said, am I muted? Maybe, let me double check. Maybe he sent that before and I didn't see it. Let me get and I'm going to type it and I'm going to say it at the same time. Let me get a 7 in the chat if y'all can hear again. You should be able to hear it because I hear it on the devices that we have. But just in case, because Brother Sleepy Monster Truck said, are you muted? But I think I fixed that. So he might already wrote that. But kind, you are bought with a price, therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. And that's, I like that you went there. So your body being what? The physical real world application, glorify God in your body. How can you do that? One, you can do that by not being a glutton, really destroying your health. You don't got to go to the gym every day, but do some type of physical activity to keep your physical body in a good condition. Because the Most High, if he came down in a physical body, he wouldn't be in some old broke down 1983 Toyota Camry body, would he? Nah, he'd be in a new Tesla truck or whatever they got now that's better. If I got time, I want to go up to the auto show this week, but they probably got some stuff. That what you see there, that would be the Most High if he was in a physical body, right? Not in no broke down 83 Camry. So glorify God in your body, keep the dietary laws. And that's also then the next thing, and in your spirit. That obedience is your spirit, glorifying God. But then you also glorifying him in your physical body, because he said that the unclean foods were unclean, meaning they're going to give you disease. They're going to bring you the corruption, right? And that's why you see with a lot of people, some people, they get old and they still glowing and they looking good, and you're like, dang, how old are you? 70? You look 50. But then you got the 50-year-olds that you're looking at them and you're like, you okay? You need me to help you walk up these steps? Only 50, brother. Oh, my bad. Thought you was grandpa. So it's the physical and the spiritual. Christians, they love to talk the spiritual. Don't do nothing physical, showing that the spiritual is off. But we ain't even gonna go there. That confusing. But it's both. There's definitely both. So this cleansing with the priest, it was what it says, and then it was deeper than that too. So go ahead with verse 16, back at Numbers 8, Slakia.
For they are holy.
They are wholly given. You doing good?
For they
wholly given,
given unto me from among the children of Israel, instead of such as open every womb, even instead of the firstborn of all the children of Israel, have I taken them unto me.
Mm-hmm.
For all the firstborn of the children of are mine, both man and beast, on the day that I smote every firstborn in the land of Egypt. I sacrificed them for myself.
Mm-hmm. And that's speaking of when we came out of Egypt, he did what? Kill all the firstborn of the Egyptians. Go ahead. So Most High, he sacrificed them to himself. Keep reading.
And I have taken the Levites for all the firstborn of the children of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And I have given the Levites as a gift to Aaron and his sons from among the children.
Mm-hmm. Because Aaron and the Levites, they was what? Aaron and his sons were what? They was the chief Levites. So they was like the manager and assistant managers in the service to the Most High. So as assistants, instead of firstborn of the children of Israel, he gave them the rest of the Levites. Go ahead.
Of Israel to do the service of the children of
Israel.
Israel in the tabernacle of the congregation, and to make a atonement for the children of Israel.
And the OT onlys, the Old Testament onlys, they are against the idea of Christ because they say no man can atone for another man or pray for another man or save another man for sin. But wait, the Levites' job was to make atonement for you, to make atonement for the children of Israel, showing that's a logic that's off. That's a disbeliever's logic and reason. And you really don't even believe in what you say you believe because that's not something new. That was what the whole reason the Levites and Aaron and his sons was put in place to make atonement for the children of Israel. Go ahead. Matter of fact, let me get that prayers of a righteous man. And this is why it was once again so important that they, even though we all is required to keep the laws, commandments, and be an example of the standard, they were supposed to be on another level because it was their duty to be that mediator and make atonement for Israel. And to do so, you would have to be of a higher standard. And that's James 5:16 is one that shows this, and it says, confess your faults one to another and pray one for another that ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. So it's their service, their job was what? To atone for Israel, to pray for Israel. So so that meant they were supposed to be the example of righteousness because the effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Not the fervent prayer of another slothful, wicked, filthy man availeth much. No, but a righteous man. So they had to be on a higher level. Pick back up.
That there be no. What was it?
What verse?
That there
plague.
Be no plague among the children of Israel when the children of Israel come nigh unto the sanctuary. And Moses and Aaron and all the congregation of the children of Israel did to the Levites according unto all that the Lord commanded Moses concerning the Levites, so did the children of Israel unto them.
Right. Go ahead.
And the Levites were purified, and they washed their clothes, and Aaron offered them as an offering before the Lord.
Yeah, so the Levites, they ceremonially physically cleanse themselves, and they cleanse their mental, they cleanse their ways, their spirit. They learned to walk in righteousness, and they at this time that's what they did. Right? Go ahead. They became the righteous men whose prayers would availeth much. Go ahead.
And Aaron made an atonement for them to cleanse them. And after that went the Levites and to do their service in the tabernacle of the congregation before Aaron and before his sons, as the Lord
had commanded
Moses concerning the Levites, so that did they unto them.
Go ahead.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, This is it that belongeth unto the Levites
Go ahead.
from 25 old and upward they shall go into wait upon the service of the tabernacle of the congregation.
Yeah, so with the job of the Levites, this wasn't a job where you could just go in as a young man. You had to be learned up a little bit longer and a little bit more seasoned. You had to be a little more matured before you could step into this office, because we read that you could go to war. You became an adult. You stopped being a young one at 20. But when it came to this service, once again, you had to be a little bit more mature. 25 years old is when you could come in to do the service. Go ahead.
And from the age of 50 years, they shall cease waiting upon the service thereof, and shall serve no more.
And then 50, that's when you would become an elder. And that's when you would step aside, because the new is always coming in and the old going out. And this wasn't a thing where you serve until you about to die in 5 years and then retire. No, the Most High ain't require a lifelong service for you to come working every day till the time of you a responsible adult, till a couple years before you're buried in the ground. So you service would be 25 to 50 for the Levites. Go ahead.
But shall minister with their brethren in the tabernacle of the congregation to keep the charge, and shall do not service.
So see, they still would minister. I mean, they'd be elders. They'd still be around eating of the what Israel brought in, eating of the things that belong to the Levites, and ministering, meaning what? They still be there to give counsel. They still be there to give judgment, but they wasn't doing the service. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when a athlete retires, but he still sticks around. He comes around and people listen to him, and he plays a big part of the success of the franchise, but they ain't really doing work. They're not out in practice every day. They can fall back and relax, but they still get to eat the fruits of the reward of that team that they served for all them years. So that's kind of the same way with the Levites in the service of the Most High. Go ahead.
Thus shall thou do unto the Levites touching their charge.
And that's good, mighty reading. So next, chapter 9. You can pick up. It's 23 verses, and you're going to go through the whole chapter.
And the Lord spake unto Moses.
Where we at?
Numbers chapter 9, verse 1.
And
the Lord spake unto Moses in the wilderness.
In the wilderness.
Of
Sinai.
In the first month of the second year after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying, let the children of Israel also keep the Passover at his appointed season.
This shows something else too. Israel still didn't have the land, a temple, and it wasn't. This is the second year, so it's not the first Passover. They're in the wilderness, and he's still saying, let them keep the Passover in the wilderness. So, yeah, we can't go to the temple now. We don't even have one, but you can still keep the memorial and celebrate the Passover. Because this is the second year in the wilderness, and he's saying, let them keep the Passover in his appointed season. Go ahead, verse 3.
In the 14th day of this month, at even ye shall keep it in his appointed season, according to all the rites of it, and according to all of
the ceremonies, the ceremonies,
therefore
thereof.
Shall ye keep it.
Go ahead.
And Moses spake unto the children of Israel that they should keep the Passover. Israel.
No, and they
kept the Passover of the 14th day of the first month, at even in the
wilderness.
Of
Sinai. Go ahead.
According to all that the Lord commanded Moses to so do the children of Israel.
Keep going. Verse 6.
And there were certain men who were defiled.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Defiled by the dead body of a man, that they could not keep the Passover
on that day, because they was unclean, so they couldn't keep the Passover. Right? Go ahead.
And they came before Moses and before Aaron on that day. And those men said unto him, we are defiled by the dead body of a man, wherefore are we kept back, that we may not offer an offering of the Lord in his appointed season among the children of Israel.
Go ahead.
And Moses said unto them, stand still, and I will hear what the Lord will command concerning you. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if any man of you or of your posterity shall be unclean by reason of a dead body, or be in a journey
far off. So if it's Passover time, it's feast time, and you've been made unclean by a dead body, or you're in a journey far off, right? Go ahead.
Yet ye shall keep the Passover unto the Lord. The 14th day of the second month, at even, that shall keep it. They shall keep it. So if you're defiled and can't keep it at its regular date, or from being unclean from a dead body, or maybe something else, or being a journey far off, you can keep it the second month, same day, but the second month instead of the first month at even. That's what's letting everybody know. Go ahead. You're at verse 11. And then it says, and eat it. And eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. So you'd have the feast of unleavened bread this second month instead, right? So verse 12. They shall leave none of it unto the nor break any bones. So the Passover, you're not supposed to leave anything for leftovers, and you're not supposed to break the bone of the animal. Whether sheep or goat, you don't break the bone,
and you don't leave anything for leftovers till the morning. According verse 12, according
to all the
ordinances
of the Passover,
they shall
keep it, but the man that is clean and is not spend the journey and for bearing to keep the Passover, even the same soul shall be cut from among the cow brought not the offering of the in his
Okay, so what does that mean? What does that mean? That anybody that refused to keep the Passover, even though they were able, they would be cut off from among their people. What's that mean? No. You're part of the people of Israel. Now you're cut off from Israel. You're not Israel. What else could it mean? Yeah, it could mean you're killed, but it would say that. The Most High is clear when somebody needs to be put to death. You read through all the law. If it's a sin punishable by death, he says that the person shall be stoned or put to death in some type of way. Cut off from the people means you're not the people no more. Now, we ain't got numbers on how many people decided throughout the history of Israel from this day we're reading about forth. We don't got numbers, but you know the history of Israel, and it ain't hard to conceive that there was people that decided, I don't feel like keeping that. I like what the world's doing. I like what they doing up in Javin land. You know, I like that blue 6-arm thing they worship over in the east. I don't feel like keeping Passover. Matter of fact, I don't feel like taking that trip. That's a day's journey on my horse and wagon. Whatever the reason. Said that they was cut off from the people. That means they wasn't Israel. So you get up to the time of the apostles in Christ. Once again, I don't got numbers, but that's thousands of years of history of Israel. And those that didn't want to keep the Passover, once they decided not to, they became what? Not Israel, making them what? Gentiles or heathens. And they had kids. They had kids. And thousands years, whatever, hundreds years, whenever it is they got cut off, they've been having kids as Gentiles. So they be known as Gentiles. And nobody even know, not even them themselves, know that they're Israel. Now you got to read the book from beginning to the end and actually sit and think about what you're reading. The law said if you don't keep Passover, you're cut off from your people. There's some other laws too. That means you're a Gentile. You're not Israel no more. But when Christ come back and he's talking about Gentiles being restored, brought back into the branch, what's he talking about? Yeah, you ain't considered Israel on the earth with all the people with the judgment and laws and what the people know, but your blood didn't change. Your seed didn't change. And Paul might not know it, just using his name as example, or Peter or John or whoever. But Yahweh knows it, and Yahweh knows it. Yahweh came up to Nathaniel and said, hey, paraphrasing, what's up, Nathaniel? Israelite indeed. And he said, how you know me? So Yahweh knows it. And the Negro that's awoken to the fact that Israel today used to know it, but now it seems some are forgetting or some are choosing they don't want to know it, or they don't want it, they want the other way. and now are trying to change it and confuse people and shame people for believing what the scriptures say, that Israel is Gentiles and Israel got the blessings and promises. And now in the New Testament, Israel exists as Gentiles and Israel. And you can tell the difference by if they receive the covenants and the promises and the blessings. It's really very simple. That's simple, ain't it? That's how you tell. Other than the like, cats are going back to what they came out of, the Christian church, and they're going and understanding of precept upon precept and the whole Bible matching. And now they're choosing to go back and go with words. It says Gentile, it's a Gentile. It says heathen or whatever, stranger. It's a bloodline stranger. They're in the covenant too. No, the covenant and promises and everything you read from Genesis to Malachi to the Apocrypha. That's how you decode who's being spoken to. It's not bringing something new. Hey, look, Gentiles that ain't Israel, that was the secret the whole time. The Most High wanted them to be in the covenant. What? Where's that at in the whole book before? I can't find it. But you see here, so all the way back in the wilderness, the law says if you didn't keep the Passover, you would be cut off from the people. Where in the law do we see a return from that? We're only in Numbers. We still got Deuteronomy to go, but we ain't seen it so far. And us that's read it, we know that it's not coming. We're going to read through Numbers. We're going to read through Deuteronomy. We're going to read in Joshua, the rest of the books. We're not going to find it. So what did Yahweh Shai come and open up the door to? Huh? The cut off. Those that are cut off. He opened up the door to those that's cut off from your sins, from all Israel, remission of sins, and entrance back into the graces of the Most High. And it's like reading comprehension, everybody ain't got it. But don't just read by these things. It says cut off for not keeping Passover. And we don't know how many people suffered from this punishment. There's no numbers that say 100 people in 786 BC didn't keep the Passover. They became Gentiles, and we don't got those numbers. But it's in here, and we know it happened because we know Israel went off and followed other gods. So you think this didn't happen? So where we at? Verse where's your brother? You gotta read. You gotta read out. So pick back up verse 13. Actually 14. You read 13. So if you didn't keep Passover, you'd be cut off from your people. You be a Gentile. Verse 14. Go ahead.
And if a stranger shall
sojourn among
you, and will keep the Passover unto the Lord according to the
ordinance
of the Passover according to the manner thereof, so shall he do. Ye shall have one ordinance both of the stranger and for him that was born in the land.
This is talking about Israelites, because you would have strangers that would come live amongst you. Go ahead. We know that because the ordinance of the Passover we read in Exodus. So we're not going to go there, but the only stranger that could be a non-Israelite you see was servants in the house, your slaves. But Where we at? Oh, that's not what this is talking about. So strangers, sojourners, Israelite would keep Passover. Go ahead.
And on the day that the turbulent
And on the day that the tabernacle
was
reared up, you can't just read it through the word. You have to read it. If you need help, I'll tell you what it says.
Reared up the cloud covered the tabernacle nearly the tent of the. I said it.
Reared up the cloud covered tabernacle, namely the tent of the testimony.
And at even
there was on the
tabernacle as it were the appearance of fire unto the morning, so it was always the cloud covered it by day and the appearance of fire by night. And when the cloud was taken from the tabernacle, and after the children of Israel
hold on, you guys slow down. When the cloud was taken up the tabernacle, then after that, the children of Israel journeyed. Now pause and keep reading.
And in the place where the cloud above there, the children of Israel pitched their tents.
18.
And at the commandment of the Lord, the children of Israel journeyed, and at the commandment of the Lord they pitched as long as the cloud abode upon the tabernacle. They rested in their tents.
Go ahead.
And when the cloud turned along upon the tabernacles, many days there the children of Israel kept the charge of the Lord and journeyed not.
No, you can't. You finish that and then you read.
And so it was when the cloud was a few days upon the tabernacles, according to the commandment of the Lord, they abode in their tents, and according to the commandment of the Lord, their journey. And so it was when the cloud abode from even until the morning, and that the cloud was taken up in the morning, and the church they journeyed whenever it was by day or by night, that the cloud was taken upon
the cloud was taken up.
Taken up by the
they journeyed. 22. Or
were to a month or a year, that the cloud carried upon the tabernacle remained, the children of Israel is abode in their tents and journey. Not but when it was taken upon the journey
And it was taken up, not upon. They journeyed.
Taken up their journey.
Verse 23.
At the commandment of the Lord, they
Rested.
rested in the tents, and at the commandment of the Lord, they journeyed. They kept
At the commandment of the Lord by the hand of Moses.
Wait, we see that. Oh, commandment of the Lord by the hand.
Come on. All right. Good job. We'll work on it. Y'all did good. We'll work on getting y'all better. But y'all did good. Kalak, we'll read this.
Numbers 10.
We'll read this last chapter and close out. So yeah, if you could, chapter 10.
Numbers 10, 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Make thee two trumpets of silver, of a whole piece shall thou make them, that thou mayest use them for calling of the assembly, and for the journeying of the camps. And when they shall blow with them, all the assembly shall assemble themselves to thee at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. If they blow but with one trumpet, then the princes, which is head of the thousands of Israel, shall gather themselves unto thee. When ye blow an alarm, then the camps that lie on the east part shall go forward. When ye blow an alarm the second time, then the camp that lie on the south side shall take their journey. They shall blow an alarm for their journeys. But when the congregation is to be gathered together, ye shall blow, but ye shall not sound an alarm. And the sons of Aaron, the priest, shall blow with the trumpets, and they shall be to you for an ordinance forever throughout your generations. And if ye go to the war, and your land is against the enemy that oppresseth you, then ye shall blow the alarm with the trumpets, and ye shall remember before Yahweh thy power, and ye shall be saved from your enemies. Also in the day of your gladness, and in the solemn days, and in the beginning of your months, ye shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offerings, and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, that they may be to you for memorial before your power. I am Yahweh your power. And if it came to pass on the 20th day of the second month, and in the second year, that the cloud was taken up off the tabernacles of the testimony, and the children of Israel took their journey out of the wilderness of Sinai, and the cloud rested in the wilderness of Paran. And they first took their journey according to the commandments of Yahweh by the hand of Moses. And in the first place went the standard of the camp of the children of Judah, according to their armies, and over his host of Nashon, and sons of Amminadab, and over the host of the tribes of the children of Issachar was Nathaniel, the son of Zahor. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Zebulun was Eliab, the son of Helon. And the tabernacle was taken down, and the sons of Gershon and the sons of Merari set forward bearing the tabernacle. And the standard of the camp of Reuben set forward according to their armies, and over the host of Eleazar, the son of Shedor. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Simeon was Shemuel, the son of Zerubbabel.
Yeah.
And over the host of the tribe of the children of Gad was Eliasaph, the son of Duel. and the Kohathites set forward bearing the sanctuary, and the others did set up the tabernacles against they came. And the standard of the camp of the children of Ephraim set forward according to their armies, and over his host was Elishama. And the sons of Ammihud, and over the host of the tribes of the children of Manasseh was Gamaliel, the son of Pedazer. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Benjamin was Abidan, the son of Gideon. And the standard of the camp of the children of Dan set forward, which was the reward of all the camps throughout their host. And over his host was Ahaziah, the son of Ammishaddai. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Asher was Pagiel, the son of Ochran. And over the host of the children of Naphtali was Ahira, the son of Anan. Thus were the journeyings of the children of Israel according to their armies, when they set forward. And Moses said unto Hubab, the son of Raguel, and the Midianite, Moses' father-in-law, were journeying unto the place which Yahweh said, I will give it to you. Come thou with us, and we will do thee good. For Yahweh hath spoken good concerning Israel. And he said unto him, I will not go, but I will depart to my own land and to my own kindred. And he said, leave us not, I pray thee, for as much as thou knowest how we are to encamp in the wilderness, and thou mayest be to us instead of I.
So this shows that what? Even though you wasn't Israel, didn't mean you got treated like the scum of the earth, either, right? But does that make him in the covenant? No, it doesn't. But the Most High said have, hold on real quick, righteous judgment. So everybody is not going to be treated the same way. That doesn't negate the fact that the Most High chose Israel the same way he chose Adam to have dominion. Dominion means what? Everybody else serves that man or nation that has dominion. And that man will be Yahushua. And that nation will be the children of Israel. Everybody will be servants. Does that mean everybody gets treated like garbage? No, it doesn't mean that. So I don't understand why people are so pressed to have everybody on the same level with Israel. Oh yeah, salvation of Christ came for everybody, as long as they believe. But Christ never said that, and the prophecies didn't say that. And that doesn't mean that everybody's coming and whooped and beat and dragged in chains, because Isaiah 14 says some would cleave. Cleave is an action. Let me just read that. The definition of cleave is not something by force, right? People are going to want to come. People are going to see us when we're in our righteous state, and they're going to want to join to Israel. And they're not going to want to be on the same level. It's not going to be about that. Noah Webster, 1828. Where's my 1828? Hold on, no, I have it. Here it is. What I say, cleave. Definition of cleave. To stick, to adhere to hold on, to hold to. To unite aptly, to unite or be united closely in interest or affection. So Obviously, everybody ain't coming in chains and having their backs beat in. So, but some people they kind of look at it that way. Well, that's wrong too. We see here that everybody, isn't an enemy. Everybody's not an enemy. Doesn't negate the order of things, doesn't negate the fact that all nations will serve Israel. That's just, you can't get around that, which means, and Israel, when we come into the kingdom, Yahweh brings us into the kingdom, it's being saved from your enemies. That means who else can be saved from those enemies? That's Israel talk. It's really that simple. That's why, like I said at the beginning of the class, though, man, we just had this. The snow is on the whole East Coast. Cats can't go to work. Kids can't go to work. Utilize your time. Even when you is going to work, utilize your time. Get in this book, because the wisdom you get, the studying you put in, is going to protect your mind from being deceived. It's really that simple. Yeah.
So we see just throughout the scriptures that the Most High reigns on the just as well as the unjust.
Mm-hmm.
He reigns on the heathen as well as Israel, and he does it according to his righteous measure and his promise.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And the scriptures say, every knee shall bow. The nations will come to learn the ways of Jacob. Even in the Torah, it said the nations will see you as the righteousness of y'all keeping these laws. And they'll say you're a righteous people. Yeah, when we're keeping these laws and we're not going off, that's the example and the light we put forth. That's exactly what the heathens, the Gentiles, whatever you want to call them, non-Israelites, that's what they see and that's what they say. Everybody is an enemy, but it's still with the Most High. Y'all are the top dogs. Y'all are the ones that are supposed to bring my law to the world. You read that in Wisdom of Solomon, right?
We even see where the Most High has set up kings to oppress
Mm-hmm.
Israel. And do much for Israel, and like we see the Midian priest here, we watch him being an advisor to Moses as the Most High interceded with Moses to be who he was.
Mm-hmm.
Playing a role for the welfare and benefit of Israel, right? So that's cleaving in righteousness for the most, and finding the Most High's people from a righteous perspective.
Mm-hmm. And also you see the mind state of the heathen. If you really look at it, you can see the mind state of the heathen. He said, I want to go home. He didn't say because I'm your enemy. He said he wanted to go home. Y'all got what y'all getting. I have what I have. I'm not trying to have what y'all have. See, because that's the mind state of a non-enemy. And who's going to do harm to somebody? Just like Rahab. Rahab didn't receive harm because of the way she treated Israel. But she was still a servant to Israel. But there's different levels of servitude. You could be a servant that just pays tribute. As long as you, and the scriptures say, as long as you come up to during them feasts, the Most High is still going to give you water in season. But if you don't, we ain't even got to go out and do nothing about it. It says if you don't come up, he's going to not give you water where you live. So, yeah, that's why you got to be careful. A lot of it is people just want a name. People just want to get followers. People just want to have a status in Israel and even outside of Israel. Like, I want to have a status in Israel and in the Christian community, the apologetics community, the whole woke community, the whole YouTube community. Kevin Samuels got it. I want to be on that level. I want to have people tune in just because it's me talking. But yeah, let's go back.
Numbers
32.
10:32. And it shall be, if thou go with us, yea, it shall be that what goodness Yahweh shall do unto us, he the same will he do unto thee. And they departed from the mount of Yahweh 3 days' journey, and the ark of the covenant of Yahweh went before them in the 3 days' journey to search out a resting place for them. And the cloud of Yahweh was upon them by day when they went out of the camp. And it came to pass when the ark set forward that Moses said, Rise up, Yahweh, and let thy enemies be scattered, and let them that hate thee flee before thee. And when it rested, he said, Return, O Yahweh, unto the many of thousands of Israel.
So right there, we'll drop it. And that's where we'll end out. But in doing so, the first half we was muted. So I'm gonna go over the new moons and high holy days again. It's really mainly for people watching online because they couldn't hear. But that was it for the reading. So we was muted at the beginning of class during announcements. So I'm gonna redo them again for anybody still watching online. I see we got 5 viewers. We got an upcoming new moons will be the February 18th for the 12th month at sundown, and March 20th at sundown for the first month, our real new year, according to the scriptures. The year starting in the month of Abib, which this year will be March 20th at sundown. Mark your calendars. These 2 new moons also lead us into our next 2 feast days. So the first upcoming high holy day will be Purim, March the 3rd at sundown. If you'd like to celebrate the feast with us, we don't have a set place. It might be here, but we haven't decided on that yet. You can get in contact. We'll let everybody's party camp will know by then where we're going to have it. But if you'd like to come out, get in contact with me or Yakanan, or if you know somebody else in the camp, and we'll get you set up to keep the Feast of Purim with us. Then with Passover, everybody that watches is invited, and we'll probably send out invites to other camps as well that we know and have a relationship with. But Passover, we already got the room locked in. Well, not room, space, a hall. Nice big space. This year it's indoors. For anybody that kept it with us last year, it was outdoors. We had big tent set up and all that. But it was in the cold. This year we already have the hall rented, locked in. Nice big space. It easily holds like 100 to maybe even 200 people. We probably won't get that many, but it holds that many. It's a nice big space. So anybody that's a part of the camp, we definitely ask that you at least put 50 towards the Passover to cover the room. You know, we already talked about how we're going to pay for the hall. So, you know, everybody that's involved in that conversation, that's that. But we have other things we got to get. We got a couple months to get it. We got to get a lamb or a goat, maybe 1, maybe 2. We'll see as we get to that. Plates, utensils, drinks, you know, other food items, all that stuff, decorations. We have to get. We don't get any assistance from 501c3s or whatever they're called, nothing like that. Everything comes out of pocket. So if you're able and willing, please donate to our Cash App going across the bottom of the screen. Hebrew Chosen Elect on Cash App, and earmark at Passover, because we also take regular alms to help out the ministry on the same Cash App. But we do have this feast coming, and we do need to get these things, and they cost. Everything costs. So, and then if you're planning on coming and you're part of the camp, at least put up 50. But if you can't put up even that 50, still come. And anybody that's not part of the camp but wants to come keep the Passover, if you can't afford to put anything, you're still invited. Please come keep the feast. This is, like I said at the beginning of class, but I was on mute. Passover is one of the 3 that the men of Israel are required to attend. So, but if you are able to, like I was saying, it ain't free. It costs to throw up these feast days, especially the Passover. We have to pay for things to make it a feast. So if you're able and you're coming, please donate something. And hey, if it's in your heart and you ain't coming, you got your own thing. You keep Passover somewhere else, but it's in your heart. Hey, the water, please donate the water in advance. But yeah, I'm not going to go too much further on that. So April 3rd, we already have the spot. I'm planning on putting a flyer together for that, and it'll have the address on it. We got 2 months, so I'm not even going to look up the address. We got so much time. But I'm going to make a flyer for that. April 3rd is sundown. We have a spot. It's a nice spot. So if you're looking for somewhere to keep the Passover, get in contact with me, Yakinan, or if you know somebody else in the camp, one of the brothers or sisters. With that being said, give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh B'Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Once again, Shabbat Shalom and Kwam Yashala.
You said April 3rd is